On the morning of September 20, 1988, a 19-year-old woman left her home in New Mexico for a bike ride she'd taken countless times before. She never came back. No body. No bike. No witnesses who could say what really happened. But 10 months later, a single photograph would change everything. A photo so disturbing, so controversial, that more than 3 decades later, investigators still debate whether it shows Tara Calico alive. This is 15 Minutes of Murder. Tara Lee Calico was 19 years old. She lived in Belen, New Mexico, a small town where people noticed when something was off. Tara was athletic, outgoing, and driven. She was attending the University of New Mexico, studying business. She had a job. She had plans. This was not a case of a girl running away. On the morning of September 20th, Tara told her mother she was going for a long bike ride, a routine she followed often. She planned to be home by noon because she had a tennis date later that day. She never made it. By early afternoon, Tara's mother Patty Dole knew something was wrong. Tara didn't always ride alone. Her mother Patty enjoyed the ride as well, mother and daughter, side by side, talking as they went. But at some point, Patty stopped. Not because she didn't enjoy it but because she had been stalked by a motorist while riding. A man in a vehicle had followed her closely, watching her and making her feel unsafe. And because of that experience, Patty worried. She urged her daughter to carry mace, but Tara didn't think she needed it. She brushed it off. She was young, confident, and she had ridden those roads dozens of times before. Tara was last seen around 11:45 a.m., riding her bike along State Road 47. When she didn't return, Patty frantically drove Tara's route herself. Sadly, she didn't find her daughter. But along the roadside, investigators later found something chilling: pieces of Tara's Sony Walkman, and her cassette tape. Her bike was never recovered. Several witnesses reported seeing a pickup truck following Tara along her route, but no description ever led to an arrest. By nightfall, Tara Calico had completely vanished. Nearly 10 months after Tara disappeared, a Polaroid photograph was found in a convenience store parking lot in Port St. Joe, Florida, over 1,500 miles from New Mexico. The photo showed a young woman and a young boy. Both were bound and gagged. They appeared to be lying in the back of a van. Had someone purposely dropped it? Or was it clumsily left behind by her abductor? When the image was released publicly, a family friend of Tara's saw it and immediately contacted the Calicos. Tara's mother took one look at the photo and believed the girl was her daughter. Not just because of the face, but because of a distinctive scar on the leg, a scar Tara had. Investigators sent the photo to multiple agencies. Scotland Yard reportedly concluded the image was Tara Calico. But Los Alamos National Laboratory disagreed. The FBI had ultimately ruled the photo inconclusive. And here's the detail that kept hope alive: the Polaroid film used to take the picture was not manufactured until after Tara disappeared. If the girl in the photo was in fact Tara, she was still alive months later. The boy in the photograph sparked another wave of fear. Some believed he was Michael Henley Jr., a child who had disappeared years earlier. But when Michael's remains were later found, that theory collapsed. Over the years, 2 more disturbing Polaroids surfaced. One showed a young woman with tape over her mouth, sitting near a construction site in California. Another appeared to show a bound woman on a train, wearing large glasses. Both photos were taken using film produced after 1989. Families believed, or desperately hoped, these images were connected, but investigators could never confirm that any of the women were Tara Calico. Some believe these photos were cruel hoaxes. Others believe they were glimpses of something much darker, something organized. To this day, none have been definitively linked. In 1998, Tara Calico was legally declared dead. Her death was ruled a homicide. But in 2008, a former Valencia County sheriff made a stunning claim. He stated that local teenage boys had accidentally hit Tara with a truck. panicked, and covered it up. No arrests were made. No remains were found. No physical evidence was presented. Decades later, in 2023, authorities announced they had identified individuals connected to Tara's disappearance.
At this time, law enforcement believes there is sufficient evidence to submit this investigation to the District Attorney's Office for review of potential charges. Currently, the identities and specifics of the persons of interest are sealed by the court and will remain so until a court order otherwises.
But no charges have been publicly filed. And the details remain sealed. Tara Calico's parents, Patty and David, died without ever knowing what happened to their daughter. They left this world with so many questions. Was their daughter abducted? Was the photograph real? Was the truth buried by fear, or in silence? Somewhere between hope and horror, Tara Calico's story remains unfinished. Tara and her family have no answers, no justice, and no peace. The National Crime Information Center's NCIC number for Tara Calico is M4611178833. This number is used to identify her case in the national database maintained by law enforcement agencies across the United States. If you have any information regarding her disappearance, you are encouraged to contact authorities, Valencia County Sheriff's Office at 505-866-2400, the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI, or submit a tip online via tips.fbi.gov. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, share, and remember, someone is always waiting for answers. This was 15 Minutes of Murder.